Hey, what's up? And welcome back to Fresh Picks. Today we're talking about HeBEGB TV, the brand new release from these fine gentlemen, Jake, Adam, and Eric.
Well, hello.
How you guys doing? Welcome.
Hello. We did not rehearse that.
That was amazing.
That was the best we've done it.
There was
Thanks,
there was like a barbershop triplet, right?
Triplet, yeah. We were
There
going to
you
do
go.
our HeBEGB
TV.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Magnifico.
It took us a while, but we're getting there.
That's the business, man. So you guys have released. Well, let's start at the very beginning. So I met you, gents, at Crypt Video Rentals,
Yeah.
which was the premiere of your movie HeBEGB TV, where I procured this VHS that was released by Retro Release Video, which you guys had you made like 20 of those?
I think there's 50?
50?
Still very
50.
limited.
Still very limited, yeah.
So if you have one of those, you're a very lucky man.
They're considered rare at this point.
I was there. I'm a collector, so I'm very happy that I have that version. I also will get into some other stuff in a second. But I watched the premiere of it, and that was the first time I met you guys. And first of all, I love all of you. You're lovely human beings.
We love you too.
But my goodness, you guys blew me away with this. I did not expect to see what I saw that night. Jake, you were on stage and you did you guys programmed this whole intro with this interactive video, and you were all dressed up, and it just really blew me away. And I was sitting there literally gobsmacked watching this independent film from these guys in Pennsylvania, and I was like, this is what I want to do. Like I need to get to where these guys are because you guys have done it. So I'm very proud of you, and it was an awesome experience checking it out. But you guys have made it all the way to now. You're on Screambox.
Yes.
With this, that's insane. You guys have three different physical releases too, but we're going to talk about those in a second. What I want to do first is we'll talk to each of you guys individually because I want to hear everybody's story about your creative endeavors as individuals, and then we'll talk about how you guys got together and the antithesis of HeBEGB TV. How's that sound?
Absolutely.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's
do it.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
start with you, Jake.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jake McClellan, and I also go by Knucklehead. I'm a filmmaker and character actor, performer, producer, all those things. I just love doing like creepy character work, and I don't know.
Good stuff.
I'm Adam Lenhart from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm a tattoo artist by day and a filmmaker by night. I dabble in special effects, puppet making, stop motion, all things embarrassing for a 30-year-old man to be doing.
Don't say that about yourself.
I'm 36.
All commendable things.
And it's been a wild ride, and I'm happy to be on it with my filmmaking partners here, making up for where I lack.
That was good.
Okay.
That
What
was
about
good.
you, Eric?
Me, I'm Eric, and I'm also from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm a video producer. I'm a camera guy. I'm an editor. I dabble in the VFX, do a little bit of the 3D. I also make music. I write.
You dance.
I dance. I do it all.
Shake ass.
Jack of some trades, master of maybe one or two. But I just like, I don't know, I've always liked the creative stuff, and I think there was a point where I was starting to grow up a little bit, but then I met these guys and they reminded me to never grow up. So here we are now, playing with puppets.
Fart jokes forever.
Fart jokes, dick jokes till I die.
And that's the way you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
That's how you got to live. So on that note, how did you guys meet? Like, how did you guys become creative partners?
Pretty serendipitously, I think.
You say that, but it was actually me.
Yeah.
It was me scheming, as I always am. Well, no, I reached out to Eric to work on a short film called Knuckle Sandwich.
Knuckle Sandwich.
And it was just kind of a showcase of some of my character work that I wanted to kind of start working on. And I also came across Adam's stop motion work. So I was trying to get this short film together of an intro of Adam doing some stop motion work for Knuckle Sandwich, and also Eric really putting it together for me. And then from there, we started working together on a Halloween show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was one of those things where it was kind of a work relationship that just kind of clicked. I think we did that first thing through like a cartoon centered event with the short film that Jake thought up, and we kind of developed a little bit together.
Cartoonapalooza, was it?
Cartoonapalooza.
Cartoonapalooza.
Yeah, and it was so much fun. It was it was completely new for me because I mean, I was trying to do video work as my career, and like I was like, oh, if I want to do something fun, it's got to be music videos or whatever. So like to find people in my area that were like also trying to be creative and do fun, wacky stuff was really, really cool. I forget where I was going with that, but yeah, it just kind of clicked, and we all realized, hey, we love Halloween. We got to do a Halloween
it was like,
thing.
okay, cartoons, Halloween next. So the next year we just jumped into doing like a kind of hybrid Halloween show
It wasn't
together.
even the next year.
Oh, wasn't
It was the same year. We did
same
Cartoonapalooza in July.
Wow.
And then in August, it was 2019, August 2019, we met at Adam's Tattoo Shop and said, we got to do this, but Halloween style. And we, and in classic us fashion, we crammed, I think I thought up, wrote, and put together a short film in like 2 weeks to go, because Adam had Candy Stealer, which was just, I saw that, I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, man. Just like a big gnarly gummy candy monster in his basement. I'm like, this is so cool. Like, I can't believe I've been in the vicinity of people like this for so long and didn't know it. But yeah, and it was, we just kind of crammed this like crazy Halloween cartoon, like Halloween party thing together in such a short amount of time, and it was like the most fun I've ever had working on something, and everybody loved it. So it was,
That's awesome. So that was kind of like the brainchild of HeBEGB TV, if you will.
That's where it all
the
started.
incubator, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a combination of Jake hosting and then interacting with characters on the screen, leaving the stage to show up on the screen, only to come back on the stage again covered in the guts of the thing he just killed on the screen. So it was kind of one of those back and forth, part live show, part short film showcase.
Yeah, and
it was sort of the blueprint for HeBEGB TV.
That's awesome, and I got a taste of that at Criff Video Rentals. So that was really cool. That I got
Lucky
to
you.
Well, because I didn't get to see this amazing Halloween show you're talking about, so I got to see that.
That's a good taste of it that night in Philly. And I'm glad you bring it up, because that was such a fun night, and also just like the energy was so fun, and just it was like the performance end was fun, the energy was there, and just getting to show that film for the first time like to Philadelphia proudly was great.
And that was probably the third time we did that live intro for the movie. And I think that was the best time we did it. I think it just like went so well.
Yeah.
It just felt like the energy was there the whole time. So yeah, you saw the best of it, I think.
That's excellent. I mean, like I said, it blew me away. So the way that this movie. So if you haven't seen it yet,
what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Get at it. Pause this. Go watch it. It's on Screenbox right now. Streaming right now, or you can buy it physical, which we're going to talk about. I know I keep saying that, but I want to save that for a little later. But
Get to it, Joe.
But yeah, it plays out like this crazy. So the film itself begins with this box that this demonic entity brings to these children, and it's kind of this variety show, channel surfing, short film anthology. Would you guys call it that? I don't want to call it that, because that's the easiest. That's the simplest thing to say is it's an anthology, but it's so much more than that. It's like
a variety showcase from hell.
It's
Variety
a
showcase
channel
from hell,
flipping through the DirecTV box from another dimension.
Yes.
That is run by weird Halloween-y characters.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there's so many different flavors and wacky characters and situations and puppets and stop motion. The Frankenstein, the Franks is one of my favorite bits.
He's in the other room.
Oh, Frankie.
He's cooling out. He couldn't fit in the studio. His head's too big. Sorry, Frank.
We'll show a
Sorry,
clip
buddy.
of it. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll show a clip of it so you can see what we're talking about.
I'll puppeteer on the toilet for you.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Tight.
You got to put it on a show for me personally, like later, right?
I will, yeah.
Okay. With the Frank and the beans in the hole.
Yeah.
We brought the gallon of mustard.
So you were able to put together this incredible film, and there's so many different parts to it. It was making my head spin how many sections and portions are in it. Now, how long did it take you guys to make it, and what did that journey look like putting that all together?
Messy.
Very messy.
Very messy, and that's why it's kind of sometimes hard to explain, because it really was just truly a Halloween party gone awry, right? We were just kind of, let's do this, let's do that, let's get this together. And, through that just kind of incubator through live shows and Halloween, it just kind of led it to this process. So I think it took a good 2.5 years to kind of, from doing these Halloween parties to getting short films together to then making it a first cut, then going, okay, we need to improve this. Okay, let's do a second version of it, make it, a full-fledged feature film. So yeah, it took years.
We really made it in 2 chunks.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I guess the way to explain what we were envisioning for like the Halloween party was like kind of like a Disney kind of show where it was like, you know, live, interactive, like kind of carrying the story of like Jake's characters. It was the idea of like we have so many ideas and so many things we want to do. The way to do that is like flipping through the channels, you know? And we wanted it to be like this really big, interactive, like world-breaking meta kind of thing. And that's how the movie ended up the way it did. And it's like we didn't have a plan to make a movie. We didn't really have a script. We just had pieces. And we took our quarantine time to like put what we had together, and we saw it as a whole thing. We said this could be, you know, a real movie. So then we took another 1.5 years to really like refine, write, reshoot, kind of like improve things that were just not up to par for whatever reason, you know, whether it's just resources or time or whatever. So it was like a lot of refinement and reflection and like really trying to improve and get it to a point that we thought, you know, people would want to watch it.
And then when we thought it was done, Eric had to redo 6 or 7 songs.
It was
a few weeks before it was
9
to be
songs, yeah.
9 songs right before it was supposed to be sent to the plant to be pressed for the DVDs.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Just when we thought it was done, it kept going and going and going. But I think we have a better product
Yeah.
because of it, because now it's 100% original soundtrack and it just sounds more like us.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. And you guys are doing like everything.
Too much.
We do a lot. We didn't do it. We have a
much.
lot of incredible people that like we've met over the years. A lot of I think being creative people, we're like drawn to and attract other creative people. So we had a lot of people that did help us as, you know, as much as we were able to pay them for or,
sure.
you know, however
Or
many
beg
favors.
for.
Yeah. But yeah, the majority of it was us. But we had a lot of people that were helping us along the way. So I sometimes feel bad when it's like, oh, you guys did everything. It's like, we couldn't have done it. Just the 3 of us. We had a lot of people that did help us, but
For sure. What was like the most challenging part of this? And don't say making the movie.
literally everything that came
Really?
after making the movie.
Really? Okay. You
That
want to talk a
was-
little bit about like the post stuff? Like,
I don't know. It's just like when essentially when the way we approached it with just kind of going through it as we did without a full structured plan, you're just constantly having to pivot. So I think that was, I don't know, I think just the constant pivoting was the difficult part, but also the fun at the same time. So it's like this like pain pleasure thing. I felt like a living Cenobite through this, where it's just like, you know, I love creative problem solving, but at the same time, we were just also forging how to make a movie. Right. I think that was the biggest thing. We weren't making a movie. We were learning how to make a movie as we were doing it.
In the peak of COVID, while all of us were experiencing both business and interpersonal changes, you know, I had shops or businesses that has closed down and reopened while still shooting the film. Eric had purchased a house, you know, during the shooting of it.
I moved twice throughout the whole time span of this.
Yeah,
movie.
so our
Wow.
personal lives, meanwhile, we're just going crazy behind the scenes. But the one thing that remained was our dedication and our follow through to like the film project. So
It's cool because you look back at the movie, and because we shot it in like our houses and stuff, it's kind of like you could kind of see like the timeline of our lives almost, and like how things evolved for us personally as the movie went on. So that's cool to look back on.
I think that's pretty incredible. Do you guys have a commentary track on that?
yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we
Do you guys
We
talk about that
do.
stuff?
I don't remember. We were kind of blazed out a little bit when we were shooting the commentary.
What are you talking about?
we have a
Don't do
commentary
drugs.
track, and then we have a 25-minute making a featurette as
Cool.
well, where
The-
we dig deep into the behind the scenes
Excellent,
and
excellent.
storytelling.
The live show you saw at Crypt Video Rentals is on there too from our Los
No
Angeles
way.
premiere. Yeah.
Oh,
excellent.
we've got
Yeah.
character universe extensions. We've got HeBEGB TV installation tapes. We've got chock full of extras. We got more extras than you can shake a stick at.
That's pretty incredible. So, okay, so now we can talk about that. So we're talking about the HeBEGB TV Blu-ray from Scream Team Releasing that you guys put out. And this is the special edition limited box set, the box itself. And there's all kinds of cool stuff in here, man. What do we got? We got stickers. We got like a sticker pack and a pin, and we got like a behind the scenes booklet that has like all behind the scenes images and stuff.
Sort of a making of art
Yeah.
book.
Making of art book. It's
Stills and
really
sketches,
cool.
yeah.
It's really neat, and there's a poster in there too. So that's pretty sweet. Can we still get the box itself?
Yes, you
can
can.
get standard edition and the box, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. And the
Is-
box you can get DVD, Blu-ray, or the Blu-ray with the slipcover too.
Oh, okay.
I think there's those options for it. Yeah.
So is that all on Scream Team Releasing site?
Yes.
.com.
ScreamTeamReleasing.com, and then we'll have links in the video, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, and you can check out the show notes for your podcast if that's what you're listening to. But we also have some tapes on the table
we
here.
love our tapes.
Now, this one's don't even try to get this one right now, right?
Yeah, we are actually completely out of those now.
Black market, I think, is where you'd have to find that.
Find it graded on eBay.
Under the table at VHS Fest next year.
Now, there are 2 clamshell versions, correct? And they also have different color tapes and stuff. Now, one is exclusive to Scream Team, and the other is exclusive to our very good friend Josh and Ted's company, Lunch Meat VHS.
Yeah. Correct. I believe we have the Scream Team variant right now, which is the purple tape with the slime green top, and
of course, don't forget,
it's beautiful.
The best part, the scratch and sniff. Candy corn scented label.
That's a beautiful thing.
We've got beautiful cover artwork by Drew Roush. And the Lunch Meat VHS version is a slime green tape with a purple top.
Mm-hmm.
There you
and
go.
there is a little bit of bonus feature at the end of the tape. I think it's there's like our short character universe expansion like segment that we did for the Blu-ray and stuff is at the end of the tape.
Oh, that's awesome.
PU News to the knuckle.
To the knuckle.
That's amazing because like it reminds me of the Full Moon tapes in the 90s with the video zones at the end. So that's really cool. I'm excited for that. So I'm sorry, we're kind of going out of order a little bit, but like for the Blu-ray, we were talking about the special features. What else is on there? Is there anything you guys want to highlight on there and talk about a little bit?
I would love to highlight. Eric did an incredible menu on it. If you, it's very overlooked menu work in DVDs, but
menu.
It's a lost art, right?
It is, and exactly, we love immersiveness at all levels, right? Whether it's a live show or just how you tangibly get it physically. That's why we wanted to do a box set. That's why we went on VHS. But even down to the menus, the repetitive song plays in the background. It's an interactive television. You can explore through the menu. It's really fun.
Perfect to fall asleep to as well.
Very much so, yeah.
The theme song is a banger too. Is that on like Spotify or iTunes or anything? There
it's
you go.
Out there.
Yeah, we have the theme song, the Candy Corn Tets single, Why Candy See Me, and Don't Touch That Dial are on all streaming services now, and I don't know wherever else people listen to music to right now.
That's incredible.
YouTubes.
The YouTubes. And perhaps the biggest thing right now is that you guys are streaming on Screambox, and you are in the top 10 at the moment.
I mean, you said it, not us.
Last we checked,
I've been furiously refreshing the homepage. We're currently at number 2. That could change at any moment.
Wow.
Right behind Terrifier.
But we're jazzed.
If that's not a testament to the love and dedication that you put into this film and just for the Halloween season specifically in general, you guys have done an incredible job on this film. I really loved it. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Go watch it on Screambox, but also pick up one of these lovely versions of physical media because you know we're a big proponent of that. We love the physical media, and it's amazing that you can still get it and all of this great stuff. So pick up that VHS, pick up that Blu-ray, sign up for Screambox. Do you guys know how much Screambox is a month?
It's very affordable.
Cheap.
It's cheap, right?
I signed up for the year, and I don't remember. I feel like it was under $20 for the year.
It's so cheap he doesn't remember.
It's so cheap it was just... It's like I dropped a penny.
It might be a little bit better than some other horror streaming services. I'm not going to say which ones, but...
I mean, I did cancel my other one to put towards Screambox. So
I may have done the same thing too. But we don't need to say that. We don't need to talk about that.
I'm very excited for you guys. I'm so happy to have met you guys and become friends with you. And I just love you guys so much, and I think it's so wonderful what you've done together as a team, and everything going into the future. And I guess with that, what's next for you guys?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know.
More. I think
we
more.
Want to do more.
Make more stories, more fun, more Halloween parties gone awry, more just playfulness. I think is really what we want to just keep doing. So there is more coming. Just how it looks, we're not sure yet.
Yeah, this whole process was us like honing and sharpening our skill sets that we've been, collectively wanting to get really good at. So I think we're ready for whatever the next thing is going to be. I know I want to challenge myself more than we did on this, and just kind of make it as good as we possibly can. Whatever it's going to be, we don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll see.
And we've met such a wonderful web of creators and makers in the last year or two since running the film, and we're happy to work with those people as well.
Big shout out to
even you.
Big shout out to the horror community and the indie film community, man. I love it. I love it.
That's what we're trying to do.
A lot of love here.
That's what we're trying to do, man. Especially with this show that we're doing right now. You guys are the first, by the way, of the interviews for Fresh Picks because we want. That's what we're trying to do. We want to try to highlight creators in the horror community, especially the Pennsylvania horror community. I mean, all over, of course.
East Coasters. Let's get real. East Coast is where it's at.
But I was so excited to have you guys on. It's just really wonderful that you guys have come together to make this film. But is there any more showings coming up? I believe I saw something that might be coming up at one Colonial Theater. Is that true or false?
Colonial Theater, home of the Blob.
Home of the Blob.
Interesting.
Yes,
The ultimate Halloween crossover.
I would say so.
the ultimate Halloween
Halloween
nostalgia, Halloween hangover double feature happening at the Colonial Theater November 3rd with WNF2.
Trader Tony.
It's going to be hosted by Aurora Borealis. Q&A with all the directors of both films. And yeah, we're going to play games, hang out, and watch both of our films.
It's going to be a big old slumber party.
Pizza. There'll be pizza too.
Oh my God. Now I'm sold.
P-I-Z-Z-A.
I cannot wait. If you want your tickets, go grab them now. Are they on sale yet? They should be.
Yes,
if it's
the
November
ticket
3rd.
link is live.
Yeah,
Yes,
the ticket link is live. It's going to be check out the description. You're going to find out where to buy all your HeBGB physical media, HeBGB TV physical media, where you can stream it. And go check out that live show at the Colonial. It's going to be a banger. So we'll see you there. And with that, guys, I just want to say thank you again for coming out and doing this.
Thank you, Joe. On behalf of the Franks Multinational Corporation, we have a gift just for you. Movie Dump.
This is a movie dumpster hot dog?
Check it out.
Is that what's in here?
I mean,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Is this an all beef Frank from
We,
Frank's?
we've got a screen-used hot dog and a screen-used bun from HeBGB TV.
This is the one that came out of his mouth, actually.
Oh my God. Smells like it.
So it's not screen-used, but it's the exact same tofu dog and the exact same potato buns that we used for the entirety of the filmmaking process. I didn't cook it, but it's been warming in the car for the last 4 hours, so you should be good to
I think
go.
he was sitting on it for
I'm
a little
good.
bit, so it should be
Let me see.
toasty.
oh wow.
He likes it. Hey, Joey!
I love it. Well,
That's all. Let's give a dry hot dog to the host of the podcast.
To the man that needs to be
needs to
talking
be
the
chatting the
clearest out of
entire
all of
time.
us.
Now that I have your undivided attention.
it was a boy.
It all started on a dark and stormy night in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Well, thanks for the dog, the screen used. Well, I'm gonna put this in a glass case now. Gotta take a bite out.
Put
Can
that
you
in
guys-
epoxy.
Can you guys
Like
sign
Han
this for me
Solo.
though? Like the rest of it?
We
Do you have a felt tip marker?
I do not on me, but we'll take care of that afterwards. But thank you guys so much, and you can go check out HeBGB TV now on Screambox Television, and you can pick up your physical copies from Screen Team Releasing or Lunch Meat VHS, and we will catch you on the next Fresh Picks.